rock stars, and happy Talk It Out Thursday. So I hope you enjoyed last week's video about talking about suicide. We have to start talking about it. We can't be afraid. We have to start the conversation to spread that awareness, because awareness equals prevention. And this week, it is the first week of May, and May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So I want to kick it off by sharing my own mental health story. I don't feel shame with my symptoms. I definitely experience anxiety and depression. And again, just with the talking and just starting a conversation, and I love hearing other people's stories, not just because I'm a counselor, but also because it allows me to feel like I'm not alone. I remember I started having panic attacks and I wasn't able to sleep, and I had a lot of anxiety my senior year of college. And honestly, I kind of hesitated because looking back on my life, I was having anxiety attacks in 8th grade. And I actually went to the ER, and they had prescribed me medication, and I think my mom just gave me half of a pill because they said they were addictive and figure it out, child. And and I'm thankful for that. And I went to go see my first counselor in 8th grade. And even in high school, looking back, goodness gracious, I was anxious. I definitely had anxiety. And I understand why. But I think when it really was full blown was my senior year of college. Now, that was 3 years after Pappy had passed. And I remember I woke up one night, I went to my bathroom, and I was like, it was the weirdest thought of like, who is that in the mirror? That's weird. And I thought I was losing my mind. I remember calling one of my best friends down, and I was like, I think I need to go to the ER. I think I'm freaking out. And he had dealt with depression and anxiety, so he was really able to help me. And he was a godsend, because I didn't feel so crazy when he was able to be like, yeah, I've experienced this too. And I was like, okay, and you're fine. You're okay. So, but I definitely, it was like October of 2005 when that happened. And I remember I would be walking and I wouldn't feel anything. I felt numb. And I hated that. I'm a positive person, and I love feeling tons of emotions and seeing the silver lining in things. And it was just so overwhelming. And I remember my mom and my sister were so there for me. They've been through their own mental health journeys, and they were really able to allow me to feel not so alone as well. Like, okay, you've been through something similar as well. Okay, I'm not alone. And I remember those were just my saving graces, hearing their stories. And I started seeing my counselor every week. She had mentioned medication about a month in, and I didn't want to. So I really tried to do all the other things I could. I was really trying to increase my water intake, and I was trying to exercise. And if you've seen my video on the health triangle with Megan Pennington, I was really trying to get those sides. I was trying to hang out with friends more, physical, social, and mental health. Yeah. So I was really trying to focus on those. And I think it was January of 2006 that I was like, okay, I think I need some medication. So I started medication in 2006. I've been off and on it for 10 years. Yeah. And currently I'm still on Zoloft. It's been off and on for 10 years. But, I'm not afraid to share and afraid is the wrong word, but I'm very open. I'm very open in sharing my mental health symptoms, and especially with my clients when it's appropriate. And I love the reactions a lot of times. A lot of the adults will be like, what? Wait, what? Is this, are you telling the truth right now? Like, are these really your symptoms? I'm like, yes, I get depressed, I get anxious. And, kind of this journey of mental health, I have had really dark moments. I've had really moments where I thought my thoughts were never going to be comprehensible, if that makes sense. They were just all over the place, and they were scattered, and I just felt like my whole head was in a cloud, and I couldn't imagine my life being better. And the depression just kind of sucks you in. And I mean, my most recent depressive, episode, I guess you can call it, was last July, I would say. And a lot was going on and I just kind of crashed. I crashed hard. So I just had to really get my coping skills and get my self-care. I started seeing a counselor. I talked to my doctor about upping my medication. I was trying to drink more water, I was trying to eat better. It's always hard because eating is a coping skill and it's a bad one for me. So, and even currently, sometimes I'll get anxious. Sometimes I'll have a hard night sleeping. Sometimes I'll just kind of feel down, and I'm just very aware of it. And sometimes I try to push it aside. Sometimes I'm like, I'll be fine. But what I've really learned is that I have to be like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. I can't be ashamed of it. And what am I going to do about it? And sometimes it's just, okay, I need to take a day to myself. Okay, I need to go get my nails done. Okay, I need to do my own nails because I'm cheap. So I think it's just, okay, I need to really increase my coping skills. So that's a little bit about my mental health journey. I was trying to touch on a couple of those important timeline dates, but I encourage you all this week, really reflect on your mental health journey. And I'm going to be posting pictures with the hashtag, I am depression. I am mental health. I am anxiety. Just getting the awareness out that don't feel shame with how your body is reacting to stress or how your body is reacting just to the way it is. And we have to be able to talk about it in order to say there is help out there and you're not alone. I hear that constantly with the teenagers I help. They say, I didn't want to be here at first, but now I don't feel so alone. So you're not alone, rock stars. You're not. And we can be those rock stars for other people that may be feeling alone as well. So, rock on this week, rock stars. Hashtag the Rockstar Program. Hashtag I am mental health. Hashtag keep talking. Hashtag mental health awareness month. Love you, rock stars. Rock on.